This podcast is brought to you in part by ChoiceRealtyConnect.com. Whether you're buying or selling home, condo, or any type of property, trust Amanda to help match you with up to 3 top agents in your area. ChoiceRealtyConnect.com. Hey, all you rock stars from Washington, D.C., this is the Rock and the Money Podcast, episode 137. Time to talk about saving and protecting all those hard-earned monies. We're here to coach you along that path to retirement and financial independence. I'm Craig, your certified master financial coach, along with Amanda. She is a corporate in-house lawyer and real estate referral agent, and we're grateful you've joined us. Check us out on Facebook at Rock on the Money or the website at rockonthemoney.com. Hey, Amanda.
Yes, Craig.
Home ownership is amazing.
Yeah, so much fun.
Let me just tell you about everything I've had.
Mobile home ownership is also amazing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Ms. RV. So between your RV and my house, what have we replaced in my house so far? I've done a roof.
You got a new refrigerator, AC, HVAC. You got two units and the roof.
Yeah. Now, I get up so early in the morning, to do my Facebook gaming thing. That's what I'm doing now. I'm quitting jobs just to play video games. Don't ask. We will get actually, I'm going to get into that more in future episodes because people would find this amazing. And I'm going to do a whole video series about it. But I'm half tired because I get up at 4 a.m, blah, blah, blah. So
half tired? What does that mean?
Oh, I'm not totally awake because I get up at 4 a.m. to stream video games at 5 o'clock.
Goodness.
So I know this is TMI? A little TMI.
Okay. We're
so
listening.
I'm like, all right, so I go to use the toilet and I have one of those little carpets you put in front of the toilet, right? I put down and I sit down and I'm sitting there, trying to wake up. And then I'm realizing, why are my feet wet?
Oh, no.
I'm like,
squish.
I'm like, why is this carpet wet? And this is on a wood floor, by the way, not a fake wood floor, like a real wood floor. This is an 18-year-old house. I'm like, why is there? So I'm like, I'm looking around. Of course, now I'm awake.
Now you're awake. Yeah, that'll wake you up.
There's water like everywhere in this bathroom. Like, where's this water coming from? I couldn't figure it out. So, of course, I had to go stream. So I just turned off the water valve, did the stream, came back. And I'm like, where is this water coming from? The tanks are full. Anyway, long story short, I still don't know. But I have parts coming to replace everything in the tank. I've already done a few things and still doing it. So people on my video game stream were trying to tell me about it's sweating. I mean, why would it sweat after 18 years? So I guess
that's a lot of sweat.
It's like, yeah, but it's a lot of water. So anyway, long story short is all these people that tell me home ownership's a great deal. All the profits I've made on this house, between all the crap I've done, there's no way that this it would have done better than
renting.
Well, this compared to investing in the stock market and mutual funds, all that. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, there's no way. And I'm in a great market, by the way. I'm in the Washington, D.C. area. It's a great market. And even with all that equity.
When you're ready to sell, I'll hook you up with a great agent.
Yeah, but I've been here 18 years. If I put the same amount of money in a mutual fund, the point is, if I put the same amount of money into that, instead of owning this thing, I had a landlord I could just call. It would have definitely been better having a landlord. Yeah. No one can convince me otherwise. This is like between the Samsung crap I've had to replace, like dishwasher or refrigerator. Refrigerator, by the way, is number 3.
Yeah. So did you get the plumbing fixed?
It's coming from Amazon. So
like what? A new toilet?
No, I'm getting one of those with the fill valve. I'm replacing all that. So I got one of the,
like the O-ring too.
Yeah, I've already I thought it was the seal between the base and the tank. I've already replaced that. Still doing it. Everyone says it's a wax seal. I'm like, no, because the guy at Lowe's was actually good. I put food dye in the water so I could, trace it. Yeah. No, it's fresh water. So the blue dye did not come out. So I'm like, well, it's not coming from the wax seal. I don't have to remove the toilet and redo the wax seal. So I'm thinking it is the valve or something from the fill valve. It's before the tank.
Yeah.
So that was a great tip, by the way, putting food dye in the tank and see if it's from the toilet or is it coming from the outside. It's definitely before it gets to the tank. So I'm replacing that whole fill valve.
The joys of home ownership.
Oh,
so
my
we
God.
convince everyone to rent.
Jeez.
No, but seriously, there are good reasons to own. We're not trying to dissuade anyone.
Well, I'll still always own, but the point is you have to have this emergency fund because you never know. Yes, I could hire a plumber, but I can at least take a shot at it for $30.
Yeah.
So, sure. I mean, here's the other thing I learned. I've never bought a new toilet before. You know, this toilet I have in my house that came to the house is only $99.
Yeah.
I'm like, I might as well just replace the damn toilet.
Yep.
It probably comes with all the parts I just spent to fix it.
Yeah, but you probably still will need a plumber to install it.
I don't know. I saw some YouTube videos. They're pretty easy.
Yeah.
All right. We got some questions, chat.
Okay.
Now that we've heard about my stupid toilet.
Yes.
I think we can do a whole series about our little issues in life. Question number 1.
Therapy hour with Craig and Amanda.
All right, go ahead. Do question number 1 for me.
Question 1. I am all for paying off our mortgage as fast as we can. I know how interest works and sorry.
Apparently they don't.
I know how interest works, and of course, I don't want to be paying extra to someone else forever. However, every time I tell someone what they always say, you can write off all your interest. Someone please explain this to me. My husband and I just purchased our first home last October. Thank you in advance. People are wrong.
Yeah, don't listen to your friends. That's the answer.
Yeah, don't listen to
because they are completely wrong. Because I just did my taxes, and no, you can't write off your interest.
No, I mean you used to be able to write off interest. Technically you still can, but almost no one qualifies because the standard deduction now is so high that you would really have to be paying interest through the nose in order for it to be worth itemizing your taxes. And that's the only way you can write it off is if you itemize your taxes. And almost no one does that anymore. Right.
The way they did the IRS rules is they raised the standard deduction. So basically no one can write off anything is how they did it.
Right. Because they were sick of having to audit a whole bunch of people's receipts to see if their itemized taxes, worked out. So now everyone's got the same standard deduction, and it's highly unlikely that your interest payments will exceed that standard deduction. So,
and if it does, you probably bought your house wrong.
Or you have a very expensive house and a very expensive mortgage.
Right.
So for most people, 99% of people would not benefit from itemizing their taxes. And I don't have hard numbers. I'm just pulling that number out of the air. So please don't write to me.
Right.
But the vast majority would not benefit from itemizing. So your friend is wrong and misguided and out of date. The laws changed a couple of years ago.
I don't mean to put everyone's friends down out there, but we need to remind ourselves that 70% of Americans cannot handle a $500 emergency. And these people are giving out advice. Don't listen to these people. You need to
probably didn't look at their tax return either. They probably paid someone to file it and just assumed that the old rules continue to apply.
Right. They're probably filling out the 1040 easy still. Yeah, don't listen to these people. You need to listen to the 20%, which are millionaires.
Yeah, or they're, getting it done by Jackson Hewitt in the Walmart Center,
Oh, didn't you go for training of one of those people?
Yeah, I worked for H&R Block.
H&R Block, that's right.
For a season, yeah, in a Walmart Center, no lie.
Wow. And your advice now is because of that, don't go there.
Well, not necessarily. I mean, for many people who have very simple and straightforward taxes, it's a great low-cost way of getting your taxes done. Okay. So I did find when someone else brought in their tax return from the year before and they had done them themselves, I found errors and was able to amend their return and get them more money back. But if you have anything more than just, W-2 income, I would find, a certified public accountant, a CPA.
All right. We have another question here. And this is it seems like every few episodes we get these pet questions. So apparently
people love pets.
Well, I think because the pandemic, do you think a lot of people got pets? Or maybe they're more aware of them because
they're a lot of people are returning them, unfortunately, now.
No, really? That's sad.
Yeah, the shelters are filling up again.
So it's kind of like Christmas. They get them for Christmas and they realize, this is not
bunnies for Easter, yeah.
Oh my God. All right, so here's the question. What is the best pet insurance? My dog has bad teeth and is half dachshund. I don't know what those two things have to do with each other, but...
Well, I love his run-on sentence. My dog has bad teeth and is half dachshund, so he may potentially have back problems in the future as he gets older.
Well, let me tell you something.
Why do teeth give you back problems?
Yeah, I don't know. And a lot of people have Back problems. So what do you do with yourself or your parents when they have back problems? I mean,
Well, I don't take them to the dentist.
Good point. And they're not half dachshund. So what? As we said before, we tend to self-insure.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you want to do a brief thing? Because I want to refer people back to episode 136.
Yeah, we just talked about this on the last episode.
And you really went into detail. So I really want people to go back to episode 136. It's right before this one. And you went really into detail. And the bottom line is we tend to self-insure on the small things. I'm not saying your half dachshund is small.
Half dachshund. I wonder
it
what
is
the
small.
other half is.
But
Wouldn't it be fascinating to see like some weird combination?
You know what? Whenever I see this, I'm like, I know this is weird. I actually envision how that even happened. Like, how does that dog and that? Again. Okay, move on. But we tend to only insure the big things. We don't want to insure the little things, and we consider the pets little things. So you insure your car, your house, your life, but we don't insure microwaves, toasters, half dachshunds. I'm trying to keep it pretty much generalized.
Even when you insure your car, in order to save on your insurance premium payments, a lot of people choose a high deductible, or even your house insurance, right? Like a lot of people have $1,000 set as their deductible.
Right.
So, and guess what? Pet insurance, a lot of them have deductibles as well. So when you are thinking about whether to spend money on insurance premiums for pet insurance, weigh that into your consideration. Like, would you normally pay $1,000 if you crashed your car? Probably. Mm-hmm. Do you think you're really going to have more than $1,000 worth of vet visits for your dog? Maybe. But if your dog is already old, the insurance premiums go up with every year your dog ages. They also go up if your dog has had any of the conditions before. So pre-existing conditions will not be covered. So you're just scratching out a whole bunch of things that you thought might get covered if you aren't reading the small print. If you have certain breeds that are known to have certain things, like a lot of dogs aren't covered for hip dysplasia, for example, because it's so common in the breed. Yeah. So there are so many exclusions that, generally speaking, pet insurance is not a very good buy. You're better off self-insuring, creating a separate savings account just for your pet's healthcare needs.
All right. Question number 3. I think this person has the same friends as question 1. Please excuse my ignorance. People frequently say maxed out, referring to the 529 401k and IRA. They're talking about maxed contributions.
Yeah.
What does that mean? Is there a max you can give, or just a max that's most beneficial? So, we're kind of guilty of that because we say this all the time, but I guess we kind of skip over what does that really mean? So the
maxing out, it means the maximum allowable contribution for that tax calendar year. And that changes every year. The IRS changes the limits each year. Not every year, but you want to make sure you're looking at what the limits are for your year. So the maximum contribution for a 401k, and remember, a 401k is a company-sponsored retirement plan.
Right.
So you can't just call up Charles Schwab and say, I would like to open a 401k. It doesn't work like that. You have to go through your employer. But the maximum contribution for 401k is $19,500 this year. Or if you're over 50 years of age, then you get an additional amount of catch-up contributions, is what they call it. So you can help catch up for your retirement savings. Then you can do a maximum of $26,000 per year.
Right.
Now, an IRA, that's an individual retirement account. That is an account you can just call up Charles Schwab and say, I would like to open an IRA. And they're going to say, great. What kind?
Right.
You're going to say, most likely you're going to say, I would like a Roth IRA, not a traditional. But the maximum contribution per year to an IRA or all IRAs, so let's say you have a Roth and a traditional, it doesn't matter. The combination of all IRAs, the maximum you can contribute in one calendar year this year is $6,000 or $7,000 if you're over the age of 50.
That's a good point about 401ks also, what you just said about IRA.
So if you have multiple employers,
which I had,
each of them offers a 401k plan, you have to be very careful to make sure that you're not exceeding $19,500 total across all of your 401k plans, because not each plan, it's total.
Right.
So your 401k contributions in total can only be up to $19,500.
Right.
Your IRA contributions in total, no matter how many accounts you have, cannot exceed $6,000.
Yeah, and you do not want to be penalized for that.
You do not.
Because they will know.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then the companies that are administering these, they print like Schwab. I have Schwab, an IRA with them. They pretty much keep you from messing up.
As long as you have all your accounts with the same provider.
Right.
I don't know.
Right. I try to keep everything clean and at the same place. That way, because they will keep you from doing that. But you're right. If you have they don't know. They're not talking to T. Rowe Price, and you could screw up.
Right. And so then the 529, which is the other one that this person asked about, that is the savings account for educational expenses. And most people have those for designated beneficiaries that they think will go to college, like, your son or daughter. It's their college savings plan, basically. So a 529, the maximum contribution for 2021 is $15,000 per year, or $30,000 as a married couple.
And people remember the order of investing. That 529 comes way after.
Yeah.
You got to take care of you first before your kids go into college. They'll be okay. But you eventually will need to retire. And if you do not have the value of time, the power of time of your investing, you are going to be screwed.
College-educated kid isn't going to want to take care of you.
Right. And there's no guarantee your kid's going to college.
Yeah.
That's the other big one. Or should they even go? That's a whole different conversation. But make sure your 401k and your IRA are maxed out first before you do any Bitcoin, Dogecoin, stocks, 529s, all that. Take care of you first, like on an airplane. You got to put your mask on first before you can help the person next to you.
Yep.
I mean, I can't be more adamant about that, but I see everybody worried more about their kid than their own. I'm like, what are you doing? Don't do that.
Wait. Oh, you don't mean on an airplane?
No. I'm talking about investing.
I was going to say, how many airplane situations have come up for you?
No. Well, you don't want. I can talk that about in a couple more weeks. Give me a couple weeks, I can tell you all the stories we want, but I can't right now.
Yes, but you haven't seen parents put the masks on their kids after themselves.
Can we wait till August before I can talk about all that? I can't talk yet. But I will be in August. You were referring
to, you saw people saving for kids' college funds before taking care of their retirement.
I see this in all these financial groups out there, and people are more worried about the 529 than they are their 401k IRA. And they're really wanting to focus on that. They're so worried about their kids. I'm like, oh my God. Yes, man. And I don't jump in these conversations, but I'm like, man, you have no clue. You can't do that. Anyway, because what are you going to do when you retire?
Apparently, I'm going to be camping.
Well, that's a great retiree thing for you. All right, we'll be back right after this. You listen to Rock and Money.
I always said I wanted to travel.
Yeah, you did.
Hey there, rock stars. Amanda here with ChoiceRealtyConnect.com. Are you about to sell your home or excited to buy your first or next home? I'll be honored to help you find an expert to work with you in your local area. At ChoiceRealtyConnect.com, I'll help match you with up to 3 qualified licensed agents that specialize in your specific market. Choice Realty Connect serves every zip code in all 50 states with a network of 15,000 top-rated agents that are ranked within the top 5% for sales. Whether you're selling or looking for a condo, new construction, retreat, vacation property, or you're a first-time home buyer, let me connect you with the perfect top agent today. ChoiceRealtyConnect.com. The choice is yours.
Amanda Braun is a Florida licensed real estate with a brokerage, Realty Connect.
Rockland, USA.
All right, welcome back to Rockin' the Money. My idea of traveling is a hotel room.
Yeah.
An airplane, jet set somewhere, maybe Uber it. If I'm really gutsy, I'll get a rental car.
Yeah.
Get a nice old.
No, you won't, but
3 to 5 star hotel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds nice.
Yeah. Or I could get in one of those tiny showers in an RV. I'm still jealous though because it's really cool.
It is cool, but I'll tell you, the shower head is at chest level, so it's one of those things you have to hold, like take out of the holder and then hose yourself off. Basically.
Right. So what kind of tank do they put in those things nowadays?
I don't know, but I know that the water heater holds like 6 to 10 gallons. So.
Ooh, so you turn it off. This is TMI. Soap, rinse, and turn it off. Yeah. Oh, cool.
Unless you want it to be cold.
Oh my God. What have you done?
I don't know. I'm sure it's going to be wonderful. And once we're out on the road and disconnected and
I think that's
enjoying
the best
nature.
Part.
Not too much nature. I don't want any mosquitoes. But.
Seeing Cadillacs stuck in the dirt along Interstate 40 in Texas somewhere, or the big balls string.
Yeah. Well, we're just going to stay on the East Coast to start, but we'll see.
Okay. Question number 4.
I really am excited, just for anyone.
I'm actually really, I mean.
Especially if my husband's listening, I'm very excited.
No, I'm actually really jealous. I think it's really awesome because the freedom of that is really cool. It's just the parking and figuring out where to be. You just got to plan that out. I know there's a big network of places.
Yeah,
just
that's
knowing
a little
where they're all
stressful. It's trying to figure out where, but.
Yeah. That's the part. Well, Walmart's,
if it were
right?
my sister, she'd be like, what's the big deal? She would just drive until she saw like a sign for a campground and pull in.
Well, Walmart's allow you parking overnight.
Walmart,
there's just no
Gander
hookups.
Mountains, yeah.
Yeah, there's just no hookups. That's the only problem.
Right.
Here's question number 4.
What drives me nuts is how the stores and banks keep sending us credit card applications. It fills up our mailbox almost daily. Is there any way to stop getting this junk mail?
Funny you should ask that. Yes, there is.
Yes.
Go to thedma.org. It's called DMA Choice. This is the organization which most of these marketing associations are with. And they developed this back in 1971. And it's a way for you to unsubscribe from all these. But when you go there, you have to pick everything. So you got to do that. And then they also have, I believe, a $2 subscription service to, I don't know, I guess that covers the maintenance and the administrative fees of all that and the people they hire to do all this. But you can make this a long-term thing. There's also an app called Paper Karma. Have you ever heard of this? You're like the app girl, too. So this one, you actually, when you get the mail, you actually take a photo with it. And you send it off, and it will do its best to unsubscribe you from that, like, Val Pack. You know, those blue envelopes, all those coupons. Do you get those?
I don't, because I actually opted out. The one I used is called optoutprescreen.com.
That is another one, yeah.
That one's run by the FTC, so it's actually pretty serious. And I'll tell you, as soon as I did the opt-out, so you go to, again, optoutprescreen.com, and you opt out, and then almost immediately the faucet turned off, and I stopped getting so many things in the mail. And now I don't get anything.
I actually like that one better. I should have put that on the list, but you know why? It's the Federal Trade Commission. Because if you violate that,
so there are serious fines involved if they violate that. So that's what I did, and I think pretty sure it's free, or it might be $1, but yeah.
So the one thing that what they specifically said, credit card applications and all these other things. You know,
I don't get any. Because
the one thing that I did a long time ago within like a month, shut it off was freezing my credit.
Yeah.
Because now they have no idea. So that
and this
literally cut it off.
Screen is actually operated by the major credit bureau.
Oh, nice. Yeah. However, I think the point was I want people to freeze their credit and make sure, because if they're getting credit card applications, that means their credit's not frozen.
Yeah.
It may be, but I doubt it, because you shut it for your credit, freeze your credit, you won't get those credit card applications because they don't know. They can't run it. They can't do soft hits or anything. So if you go to our website and you search for freeze credit, you'll get instructions for all 3 credit bureaus. It's completely free. It takes 15 minutes. Everybody should do that. Everybody should do that, especially in 2021 or 2020 or 2019. Please freeze your credit and your kids. Please. Kids are a big target. Sorry, that's a big thing with me. Question number 5. What advice would you give to someone in their early 20s?
Save your money.
As early as possible and don't go in debt.
And as much as possible.
There you go. Time is that thing is the most powerful tool you got. Mm-hmm. The earlier you start, the easier it is later on. And you're not playing catch up.
Yeah, if I had a nickel for every time someone said, man, I really wish I'd started saving for retirement sooner, I would have been an everyday millionaire just on nickels.
That is so true. And if you're a guy, stop buying stuff to impress a girl. It doesn't matter. It's the dumbest thing I ever did in my life.
And if you're a girl, stop buying shoes and purses to impress other girls.
That is the greatest clip right there. Question number 6. We just gave the 2 biggest life things right there.
Yeah.
All right. Question number 6. If doing strict savings with your money, how often will you treat yourself? And how much is your limit? Huh? Hey, this is down your alley because you do treat yourself.
Yeah.
And how much is your and how much is your limit? So let me ask you. Let me interview Amanda.
Okay.
Do you have a budget item for this? Because you've brought that up before.
Yep.
So how do you approach this?
So I have a line item on my budget. It's called blow, which means I can blow it on anything I want and no questions asked. So generally I stay within that cash allowance. If there's something that's more than that, then that's something that has to get approved or vetoed by my spouse, right?
Oh, okay.
Or you can save up. Like sometimes I save my cash from one paycheck to the next so that I have a larger amount. So it's really a personal thing. If for us, it's a very small percentage of our overall income, but it's still a decent amount dollar-wise.
Hold on a second. Can he veto you?
Yeah, I mean, if it's something that is
but I know you.
Exceed.
I would be petrified to veto you.
He wouldn't because that's just not his personality.
Or he could say, yeah, you can do that. And then when he wants something, he's like, well, wait a minute.
Yeah. But he doesn't like to spend money either. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. But that's it. I mean, how often do you treat yourself? I don't know. Probably once a month, twice a month.
Wow. Good.
I mean, what do you consider treat yourself? Like I have a regular monthly massage appointment and I don't miss it because otherwise my whole body falls apart.
Oh my God. You act like you're old.
Actually creates physical illness for me. So
there you go.
Yeah, you do that.
Well, because of the pandemic, I've really not treated myself to anything. The only things I've been buying is for what I'm doing online, content creation. So I'm not really treating myself because I'm actually using money from the money was generated from said content creation. So it's like business expensive, even though I'm having fun doing it. It is actually a business. It's like, it is a legit small business, which is doing extremely well. So I can't complain.
But I'll say I like to go to TJ Maxx. I do that only like once every couple of months because I can't walk out of TJ Maxx for less than $100. I might go in there for one thing and then of course you see like 6 other cool things. So yeah. So that type of, it depends on the type of treat, right?
Right.
Smaller treats or regular treats that I know are just important to me, it happens more frequently. Other things that, if it didn't happen, it wasn't really going to affect my happiness one way or the other, then that's much less frequent.
So bottom line is they want to know how much is your limit. You put a budget percentage in there that works with the overall budget.
Right.
Is there a percentage you're looking at, like 1 to 5% or something?
Travel that would be combined. We don't pay for our travel out of our individual allowances, but that goes into a separate budget line item, like other fun.
We can do a whole episode just going back through the whole entire budget, like the percentages and all that. Mm-hmm. We just do a whole episode just on that.
Yeah,
which we probably should. It'd be easy on us because we can just go right through my spreadsheet and talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would actually be something good. Because we're kind of just touching on it, but because it is part of a bigger puzzle.
It is.
And understanding the puzzle is where people discover where the leaks are and the problems. Because if you're out of if you're going way too high in another one, you either have to do something about that category or I have to steal from another one. And whenever I was doing that coaching where I would look at people's spreadsheets that I would have them fill out, it was very glaring where the issues are and why they're having money problems. It was so easy to see it.
Yeah, if they're honest, yes.
If they're honest. And usually, you know what the number one thing was, like 90% of the time of whenever they filled out honestly? Vehicles. Those vehicles and the toys between jet skis. I don't want to say campers, but I'm going to say campers anyway. But it might, no, they would be vehicles.
Well, but it's true because not only is it a purchase price, but a lot of these toys, like we had to get insurance on the camper, right? So you have a monthly cost associated with insurance. You have storage fees. We don't have room for it on our home property, so you have to pay someone else to give you a parking spot for the month, you know? So there are other fees that go along with it. If you get a moped, you need insurance. If you get a jet ski, you need insurance and storage fees, you know, all sorts of things. So it's not just the upfront cost. There are still ongoing. And then, of course, maintenance. Things are you always need to do either preventative maintenance, like, I don't know, resealing or fixing things. And then there's when things break, you know?
And whether you like Dave Ramsey or not, if you listen to his radio show, many of the phone calls involve motors.
Yes.
And it's like 50% of the show, it comes down to the motors. Things with motors depreciate rapidly. And it is a major issue. It is. I mean, it's...
Well, that was the one reason we decided to go with a trailer to pull is that there's no motor.
Oh, I tell you what, I would not get some with a motor.
Yeah.
I've heard, it's convenient. But man, I have heard horror stories from those custom built campers. Yeah. And you're not buying one of those big buses. So
no.
that's $1 million. So it'd be cool. I know retired firefighter. I know one guy who has one of those big bus campers. I'm like, oh my God. I don't know where he came up with the money for that thing, but he's always going to NASCAR races, all that. I mean, they're having a great time. I'm like, wow. But he's also showing it at the shop all the time. Yep, having my baby worked on. I'm like, but it's always at the shop. I'm like, oh my God.
It's like a dog, right? Well, it's not like a dog, but I'm just saying, like, you need a separate savings account for those expenses. It's like, do you get pet insurance or do you save for those unexpected things? You should just save. So do you know, are you putting your boat repairs on a credit card? I hope not. You shouldn't be, because you should have a savings account for boat repairs.
I need therapy, Amanda, if I'm going to enjoy life, because I'm petrified to buy a boat, even though I want one, because I've heard nothing but horror stories about.
Well, what? Yeah. I mean, you and I should talk about this offline.
I need therapy. No, because all the things I want to do, like I want to buy a beach condo. Well, I ain't doing that now.
Yeah.
I mean, Miami pretty much solidified that. I already, even though buildings don't fall all the time. That was a specific case. But the point is all that other stuff that we know comes with a condo, whether it's downtown or at the beach, it doesn't matter. So, I mean, it's all this stuff. It just, the lake house thing is sounding a lot better. I don't know. Anyway, hope you all had a good time. Please send us your questions. It's podcast@Rockland USA. Thank you, Amanda.
You can find Amanda on Instagram and Twitter @AgileAmanda. And you can find me on all of your favorite social media platforms @Rockland USA. Don't forget to check out the website and subscribe to the podcast. All the links are right there on the front page, rockonthemoney.com. Please subscribe and leave comments to our podcast on Apple, Google, Spotify, or even your favorite app that you got right there on your phone. Those help us out a lot. If you're ever looking for a specific topic or content that we've produced over time, just go to the website and in the search bar, just type in your topic, be it 401k, stimulus check, or anything, and everything comes right up for you. We have so much gratitude that you've taken the time out of your day to listen to our podcast while you're walking, driving, traveling, or whatever you're doing. Please send us an email. Let us know how you're doing out there. Podcast@rocklandusa.com. So long, everybody. Thank you very much again. We'll see you again next time.
America's Rockland USA.
All opinions expressed by the host are solely their own and do not reflect the views of any company, affiliates, or advertisers. Investments or strategies mentioned in the show may not be suitable for you. Before acting on any information in the show, you should consider whether it is suitable for your particular circumstances and strongly consider seeking advice from your own financial or investment advisor.